I'm Carl Turner. I'm Chief Brand Strategy Officer at Klick Health. Oh, it's fascinating how people get into brand strategy. You've got folks who are anthropologists, folks who come from journalism backgrounds, folks who come from marketing backgrounds, psychology backgrounds, sociology backgrounds. Basically, it's a deep understanding of human beings and their psychology and the way they see the world that informs how we can best position brands. So we're looking for people who have really unique backgrounds and perspectives on other people. So my background actually is in music initially. So I started as a musician through high school, and even into college I played professionally and thought that was gonna be my career path. My parents asked me to get a backup degree in psychology just to be able to have something substantial, and I ended up using it to pay for rent when my gigs wouldn't pay for rent. And ultimately, that turned into me going back to graduate school for psychology and pursuing a master's and a PhD in psychology. And there, I learned the fundamentals of market research. I learned a lot about just the fundamentals of psychology and applied psychology. And that turned into market research jobs, which ultimately turned into an agency job in strategy. And then brand strategy was the place where all of those things come together. You know, I'm a bit of a musician in my job. I'm a bit of a psychologist in my job. I'm a bit of an academic in my job. And those things influence not only how I think about the craft or hire or construct teams to deliver on the craft, but also how I help people navigate their careers. You don't necessarily need to come to the table with a healthcare background. You definitely need to come to the discipline with a burning fire and a passion for the craft and a degree of requisite knowledge about what it means to be a brand strategist, but that can come in a variety of ways. There are people who've worked on the consumer side of health. There are people who've worked in technology or wellness or in food or in these areas that are peripheral to health that I would consider health or health related these days. So you don't necessarily have to come with a traditional pharma healthcare background for us to be interested in what you could bring to Klick.